Mobile city council elections might be attracting a lot of newcomers to the political arena, but only one of those candidates can claim their announcement is historic in Alabama. Tex Copeland, a 32-year-old social worker with AIDS Alabama South in Mobile, is the first state resident who identifies as non-binary to run for elected office. Copeland is running in Mobile's 5th Council District on August 24, where two-term incumbent councilman Joel Daves is seeking another 4-year term in office. Also running in the district is Willicia Wright, an insurance saleswoman and a longtime resident of the district. Some in the LGBTQ+ community are ecstatic about the historic nature of Copeland's candidacy, but the candidate is approaching it with reservation. To Copeland, the focus is about winning a council seat and elevating issues like mental health care and social services, while addressing road fixes within the district and improving drainage in a city where street flooding is common following downpours. Copeland's campaign website includes no references to the history-making elements of the candidacy. Only in a recent news release announcing Copeland's candidacy did the word historic come up. Copeland, in fact, is unsure whether other people who previously identified as non-binary, a term used for some whose gender identity doesn't fall into the categories of male or female, have run for elected office before in Alabama. Copeland uses the singular pronouns they and them. "A lot of queer history gets lost," said Copeland during a recent interview with AL.com at Mobile's Bienville Square, while seated next to husband, Micah McFarland, who identifies as transgender. Said Copeland, "I cannot claim to be the first one, but I do feel like I'm living in a time when I'm privileged enough to have the language to identify that way." Others believe Copeland's candidacy highlights a significant moment for Mobile and Alabama in its potential to raise LGBTQ+ awareness. There is also the prospect to generate a bigger stir. Only one non-binary person ever has been elected in the South, and that happened last year when Maury Turner won a state legislative seat in Oklahoma. Nationwide, there are 9 people identified as non-binary, genderqueer elected to political office, with 3 in California and 2 in New York State. If Tex Copeland won a city council seat, it would be a win of national significance, and potentially challenge some of those stereotypes about the South as well, said Fen Kennedy, a non-binary professor of dance at the University of Alabama. Representative Neil Rafferty, D. Birmingham, the only openly gay member in the Alabama legislature, said Copeland's candidacy increases representation and visibility. Rafferty said that Copeland's candidacy is important toward getting the conversation going.